Welcome to Melbourne. You can hear the roar of the crowd out there, which can only mean one thing. Race day is upon us. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn one. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Perez, Carlos Sainz and Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, Gasly and Lando Norris, Tsunoda, Ocon, Lance Stroll and Vettel, Raikkonen, Russell, Antonio Giovinazzi and Nicholas Latifi, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Well, what's going on, dudes? It's your dude, JB Durden, and welcome back to the F1 2021 Championship season. Picking up where we left off, we came back from the British Grand Prix. Not much to talk about. It was raining throughout the race. Not much excitement going on. The only weird thing that happened in the race was the 3 virtual safety cars popping up, and kind of surprised me, but that's how it is. Some rare occasions happen in this game, and there you go. That's what happened last week. Not very excited for this game, for this race. We're here in Australia for the Australian Grand Prix, which shouldn't be weird to not hate it, because I normally belong on this track, but apparently I haven't worked on my skills very well on this track. If you guys remember from last season, I crashed out twice in the race, ended up at the back of the grid, took out one of the drivers as well, so that was a real shame. And in qualifying, I did not do well either, because I was slow throughout the whole track. Nothing went good for me. I had no grip whatsoever. The more tightness the tires have, like once it gets warm up, it gets really difficult for me to stick the corners. I even struggle to brake the right time too, because I cannot figure out the timings on when the tires warm up. It gets harder to time it right, braking, and also making the corners work too, because I keep going too wide and all that stuff. And that's been showing throughout all practice and qualifying, which is why I lined up P10, because in the third qualifying, actually before Q3, in Q2, I tried to use the medium tires like I did last week, but judging from the time distance between mediums and softs is no good. The gap is too far away to be close together, so there's no use of medium tires. The soft tires are the only good ones for this track. I don't know why, but that's what it is for me. And barely squeezed into Q3, and in Q3 I tried to go faster. I set a time which was too far off from the pack, so went on to do a second lap in Q3 with the remaining time going down. Unfortunately, the middle sector has finally claimed me again, just like last year. The S section right at the beginning of the third sector spun my car around after getting on the grass on the curve as well, and smashed myself into the wall and ended up retiring. So not a good track for me, unfortunately. It's basically the Dutch Grand Prix all over again. So a bit unfortunate that this is happening again, but maybe we could make the best out of it. Maybe we could be lucky on this track. Also, just to point you guys out, I've been off duties with my YouTube recordings lately. I've been very busy, didn't have the time whatsoever to be recording or upload any, so apologies for that. I'm back in business. Hopefully we can get back to where we were, so hopefully we can get that sorted by finishing this race. It looks like the strategy will be, oh jeez, it looks like it's going soft to straight to hard tie, so it's a one-stop strategy. Nothing I could do about it, but I guess so. I think my main issue was the car setup. I tried to go extra speed, but apparently on this track it doesn't work well with extra with speed. It works with a balance of speed and cornering. So pretty much downforce in this relation. So if only I knew that sooner, I would have changed it back, but too late now. Gonna drop the fuel load obviously because we don't need so much in this race. How much is it? 29 laps. If this strategy doesn't work, I can go for an alternate strategy and go for a 2-stop, maybe. But we'll see. I guess we'll get started. Hopefully I'll get lucky at my home track and Ricardo's home track as well, because he belongs from Australia as well. So my fellow Aussie, hopefully he does well. Fortunately, he's starting P8 as well after Alonso out-qualifies him on the grid, and Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, the two Ferraris, finally claim their third row grid for the season. I don't think they have received one of those yet, but hopefully they'll get a good performance out of it. I'm behind Gasly in the AlphaTauri with Yuki Tsunoda behind me as well. Hopefully we can make some amends. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump right into the race. I'm hoping I do well for this because I really love this track. Wrapping up my engine 5 lights, so wrap here at the Australian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix here in Australia. Oh Jesus, Ocon jumps in straight away, making a dive bomb on the inside. I'm already losing positions. How am I behind Vettel? I don't need to be back here. Oh, Lance Stroll too. I didn't realize he was there too. But yeah, like I said, not a good track for me. I gotta be extra careful here. Oh, Jesus! Why didn't I hit the brakes early? I'm already screwing myself up. How much damage did I pick up? No damage? Okay, that's good. It's only reduced damage, which is good, but I'm thinking maybe next season I'll up the ante and go simulation damage. Yeah, this is the section I was talking about that turned me around in qualifying. I'm terrible in that section. The other corner that I suck at as well is the penultimate corner coming up here. I cannot stick it very well. Which I did do well here. And just to let you guys know, I've been out of practice in this track because of the lack of time I had playing. So I'm gonna try and catch back up to where I was. I think my plan here for this track is to try and get into the points position. Try to redeem myself from last year. I mean, it was a slight touch on Vettel. You can't really blame me that much. I think my problem is on this track, it's very tight. Just like Netherlands and the Dutch Grand Prix, it's very narrow. And the danger around the edges are sand and gravel. Whereas this track, it's grass. And also gravel. Which really sucks for me. But hopefully I can just at least try to cruise this one just like I did last week. Not last week, last race. Checking behind me. See, I can hit the brakes pretty late against the other drivers, but the cornering I'm not good at. Tsunoda's on hot tires, so I need to get around him as quickly as possible. Getting around Tsunoda.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
For some reason, I feel tight on this car. I never felt this experience with this before. I don't know why, but this is the grip I'm feeling on this car. I should have set my car set up to balance. Would have been much easier, much smoother. Only I realized that sooner, and I cut that corner a little bit. No warnings, but that's alright. Nothing we can do about it. I cannot work that corner whatsoever. I've never gotten it right. And even if I do, it's a rare occasion. The only way I could stick it is if I slow down at the beginning. Alright. Completing lap 3 here at the Australian Grand Prix. I'm down to 12th after losing positions at the beginning, which I was expecting to happen, but you know, that's how it is this race. And I've already used up all of my ERS too, which is sucky because of how quick the other guys are compared to me. It's really silly, to be honest. I mean, look at this. I shouldn't be this slow compared to the rest of the pack. I just don't know why I'm this slow. I mean, I can understand the grip level I have on this car, but it's not that bad. Just don't know what. Just don't know if there's anything else that I'm lacking. But you know, it is what it is. Gotta be careful with this one because I don't want to turn around. Spun around, I should say. Well, I don't know why I said turn around. Let me check my tire grip. It's already 35%. Even if we've completed 4 laps, the tire grip is so bad. I think this track right here is very bad with tires, for tire grip. It cannot work well with this track. And just so you guys know, this is in the real life Aussie track that we know of. This is last year's Australian Grand Prix track. In this year's version, they changed the track a bit just to make it more smoother and easier for drivers to drive around, which I feel like that was a good idea, but at the same time it just looks a little bit ridiculous. But when it comes to driving smoother, I feel like this year's one will be better. I can't wait to do a season of this in the newest F1 games, F1 2022. Hopefully in future I'll do that. Right now, as I'm trying to catch up to Stroll, for some reason he's quicker than me in the Aston Martin. It's just so bad. Well, hopefully I'm like one of the small amount of drivers on this grid that will be going for a one-stop strategy, and for the rest possibly be doing two-stop strategy. I can.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I don't know, Jeff. I can actually feel.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
I don't think the tires are fine, Jeff. I feel like the tires are so bad. The grip is terrible. I can actually feel it in my controller, the grip on the tires. It's so bad. Oh, and
There is a fault to the DRS. You won't be
damn
able
it.
to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out.
And if things wouldn't get any worse for me, my rear wing is broken. And it's disabled, which is sucky. I've had so many rear wing malfunctions this year than last year, to be honest. I feel like this year might not be a good run for me towards God damn it. I should have gotten a warning for that because of how much I cut it there. But like I said, I suck at that chicane. So I can't do anything about it to fix it, guys. And like I said, I can literally feel the vibrations in my controller of how bad the grip on my tires are. I cannot work with them very well. And I've used up all my ERS, which sucks, which means I'm gonna lose out to the guys ahead of me. So I might not get any points for this track, which is gonna be crap. I think the only possible way I can could get up higher than this is if I somehow get lucky with safety car timings. That's the only possible way I can beat some of these guys for points. It's already halfway. What the hell, game? Do you not check the level of grip on this track? At least my teammate Ricardo's doing much better than me. Which I honestly feel happy about because Ricardo definitely feels like he needs to be good on this track when it's our home ground. Even though I'm driving as Lando Norris, I'm just driving like I'm myself. So hopefully I could do something.
Box. We're coming in this lap.
Hopefully those hard tires will be much smoother for me to drive on instead of these crappy, tight, soft tires. I don't know how this is happening. I'm wondering if maybe there's a glitch on this thing. It's possibly not likely. Because if I had a glitch, it would have been something weird on this car, but I don't think that could be it. But I probably shouldn't complain too much. This ain't the track for me to try to do good, so I guess I'll just stay focused and just race this track normally. And besides, after the last previous races, including the Britain Grand Prix and the Belgian Grand Prix, I felt like I did very well in those races, got some great decent performances, got my first podium on one of those races, and got some top 5s as well, so I'll just cruise by on this one and just let it be not my race. Alright, as I go into the pits, Pierre Gasly pits as well.
Complete. Go now.
Alright. Good pit stop. 2.7, not bad. The DRS is still, the rear wing is still closed. They haven't fixed it yet.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty.
And would you look at that? Back of the pack. How lovely. But you know what? Who cares? No, it still feels tight. So it's not the... you know what? I think my engineer Jeff was right. Anyways, the tires were okay, even if they were worn out, the tires were alright. So it's basically the car itself that feels tight. Jesus, I should have went with balance mode. I didn't know on this year's track. It is more tighter than the previous years. I should have known better. Whatever, I'll just have to deal with whatever I got and just try to do the best I can on this track.
Daniel's in the pits.
Oh no! I cannot believe it. I'm out, guys. First DNF of this season, and I just screwed myself. Damn it! Oh my god.
Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I feel like consistency is probably the key today. There's being quick.
Damn it, and Verstappen won once again. You know, I'm really getting tired of his domination, like in real life. It's so stupid. I'm sick of it. Oh my god, that was terrible. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I can't really take much blame anyways. The car was just too tight. I could not drive myself along this track. But this is such an embarrassment for me at my home track too. I feel like I'm in Ricciardo's position from 2019. Oh, it's so bad. Well, congratulations. God damn it. This just wasn't my track today. Or I should say this year. It's not my track this season. Damn it. Like, it had no tough, there was like no competition for me against the other drivers, honestly. It was just myself driving this track.
Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains
Yeah,
at the top of the table
whoopee.
after an incredible day of racing. Who was
But
your
God
driver of the day?
damn
Ant?
it.
Well, there's a lot of incredible driving out there today, Crofty, but if I had to pick
wasn't
someone,
any,
it's got to be Sergio Perez.
Wasn't any.
Fantastic driving.
So, Verstappen wins, Lewis Hamilton takes second, Sergio Perez takes third, Valtteri Bottas takes fourth, Charles Leclerc takes fifth, Carlos Sainz takes sixth, my teammate Daniel Ricciardo takes seventh after he overtook Fernando Alonso from the grid, which is good. Good position for him. Pierre Gasly takes 8th, Fernando Alonso takes 9th, Esteban Ocon takes 10th, and the final points in the 6th. I can't even talk because of how frustrated I am with myself. Verstappen also takes the fastest lap, which means he gets bonus points. And yeah, so there you go, guys. Unfortunately, this is not my race. Apparently, it looks like Nicholas Latifi and Kimi Räikkönen also DNF'd in this race along with me, and a few drivers got lapped as well. So, yeah, apparently no battle for me, unfortunately, this race. So, all right, looking at the standings, everything looks the same, but I'm definitely gonna fall apart. Lose ground to the top 4, especially with Bottas, because I was very close to him over the last couple races, and after that DNF, it's going to allow him to pull away just a little bit. I'm going to have to minimize this damage for the remaining of this season. Not the way I wanted to come back to driving on this in this championship, but unfortunately, this track was just too tight for me to race, unfortunately, so but all it took for me to crash out was the curve, and that's what took. Apparently, like I said, it's that section I cannot deal with. Even after having so many practices, I still can't get it right because of how tight the car is. I don't think I would have been struggling that much on that track if it wasn't for the tightness in the car. So I'm gonna blame it on the car. Hopefully it will be much smoother next race. Constructor standings still stay the same, not much to talk about. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some more excitement next race, and hopefully better off this one. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to help the channel grow. If you guys like the videos, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys see any other suggestions, make sure to comment down below. Next episode, we're going to move on to the next race. Don't know what it is that's going to be next. Hopefully I can get redemption from this race. Definitely going to take this. Also one of my most embarrassing DNFs in a long time, but hopefully I can redeem myself in future and maybe try to get a podium finish like I did in Belgium. But I'm going to try and move on from this race. Definitely not what I wanted to come back from, but hopefully next race it will be much better. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.